Hello friends, welcome to Without Movies. My name is Uday. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Hollywood film A River Runs Through It, directed by Robert Redford, that was released in 1992. It is a beautiful, timeless film and a memorable drama about growing up with siblings, living with parents, how the paths of family members turn out to be their own and may not be the same as each other. And yet, the bond with our near and dear has the power to bring all of us together. Above all, it's about the pull and magic of one's birthplace where one has spent their childhood and the early part of their life, the feeling of being truly one with it, and how a few people choose to live their entire life around this place. Set in the early 20th century in the picturesque town of Missoula, Montana in the US, two brothers, the elder Norman and the younger Paul, are under the tutelage of their father John, who is the local church minister. John homeschools his sons in a strict moral code but also allows them to explore the valleys along the banks of the Big Blackfoot River on their own and spend time with nature. He inculcates in the boys the love for fly fishing in the river as a way of expressing and leading life. The boys grow up amidst the natural beauty but are also exposed to the reality of town life. Norman is studious and quiet, whereas Paul turns out to be a free spirit. Being the elder, Norman is sent by John for education out of Montana, while Paul decides to stay back. A few years later, Norman, who is still the ever careful, returns to find Paul, now a local news reporter, is also the toast of the town for his gregariousness. After staying away for so long, Norman's connection to his town comes back through Paul's ever-growing fondness and attachment to it, and it is especially evident when they go fly fishing in the Big Blackfoot River with their father like before. In one such trip, Paul breaks away from his father's ways to create his own unique technique of fly fishing, which simply amazes everyone. And like the untamed river, Paul has become rebellious as he drinks, gets into gambling with the fearful town mafia, and even dates a Native American woman. While he is worried and conflicted that he is unable to help Paul, Norman is smitten by a local town girl, Jessie, and decides to marry her and move out to pursue a career in teaching. Norman asks Paul to come along to seek greener pastures, but Paul swears never to leave their town, his only true love, which Norman is unable to understand. Both the brothers who grew up together are now divided by their views on living, yet remain united by their love for fly fishing, their parents, and the brotherhood for each other. Norman envies Paul, who has fully ingrained everything about the town within himself, both the good and the bad. Norman yearns to be with Paul but often recoils to himself. And Paul respects Norman's outlook on life and loves him but takes too much pride in how he is, which borders on stubbornness. Their parents, more so their father, remains the moral center and the thread to the world the brothers grew up in. The screenplay of A River Runs Through It is based on the semi-autobiographical novel of the same name written by Norman himself when he went on to become the famous author Norman Maclean. It compares our lives and lifetimes to a river in how a river has ups and downs, the way it touches the banks along its course, how it meanders and flows at varying speeds. The river was formed by nature in the process of creation, and it stands the test of time in spite of many obstacles and keeps going to become timeless. Likewise, while our lives are a gift, it is up to oneself to lead it the way one wants to, but also knowing that it is full of wonderful possibilities which sometimes can become a work of art to stay within us forever. Robert Redford's sensitive direction and his connection with Norman's story, coupled with the knowledge of the place and its people, elevates the film. It shows how life is about daily living, yet it also can be sprinkled with moments of utter bliss and joy that feel like art. But over the course of many years of living, these moments are fleeting and cannot be sustained. They can only be remembered, and their memories haunt us as time passes by. And also, only with unity and harmony with nature one can truly feel closest to the Creator's presence in their lives. Through the characters of John and his two sons Norman and Paul, the director shows it is possible to love each other completely even when there is no complete understanding of each other. Three great performances headline the movie and highlight the core of the relationship between the father and the brothers. The showier role of the free-spirited Paul is played with bravado and directness by Brad Pitt. Tom Skerritt as John, his father, superbly portrays a teacher of life with the wisdom of a lifetime. But it's Craig Sheffer who delivers in the toughest part as the author Norman himself, a quiet and unassuming man, bottling up his immense feeling for his brother and conveying deep longing and aching regret. Mark Isham's poignant, haunting score tugs at heartstrings and stirs many different emotions especially during the final scenes. The all-time great cinematography by Philippe Rousselot shows Montana as a paradise on earth for its simplicity of life and the majesty of its landscape. The experience of watching a river runs through it is simply so moving that we may start a conversation with our own personal lives and the people with whom we have grown up and know. It is never too late to remember and reflect on the times that we lived and what is called life and enjoy this sumptuous movie. To watch this movie, see the video description below for streaming options in your local country. Post your comments on the movie and the review. Please support us by clicking on like and share. Watch more reviews on our channel from the playlist that appear on screen. Do not forget to subscribe and follow us. Thanks for watching.